اللهم لولا أنت ما اهتدينا ولا تصدقنا ولا صلينا اللهم لولا أنت ما اهتدينا.
A seat.
The Trinity.
Right. Okay. So, the best way I can describe the Trinity. So, imagine you've got a massive, giant beef burger. Yeah. Imagine that.
Burger?
Take the top off that beef burger. Yeah.
Right.
And then put three smaller beef burgers inside that one and put the lid back on. It's three in one. It's three divine figures that make up one. So you've got God the Father, you've got the Son, which is God. It's part of Him that He sent down to earth, and then you've got the Holy Spirit, which is another part of God. So it's still God, just a part of Him, another divine essence.
Right. Is that it?
That's the most simplistic way to do it, to be honest. There's not an easier way of doing it.
You know that's
But-
modalism. That's heretical.
Yes.
Having parts of God is not what current day Trinity is. That falls into modalism. That's not what Christians accept.
So imagine you've got like a beef burger, yeah? You take the top bun off, put three mini beef burgers in, and close it. It's three in one. That's the best way of describing the Trinity. So it's three divine figures and divine entities as one. So you have
Hell,
God the
listen, do
Father.
you know the difference between Nicene Trinity and modalism?
What do you mean? I'm not a scholar, by the way, so some of these big words I do not understand.
That's all right. That's okay. But I'm asking you about your faith, the basic theological question. Modalism is when you define there are parts of God. There are three patties, three parts of God. So yeah, that is not accepted by church and Christians.
So wait, I might have worded it wrong. I wouldn't say parts. It is God. It's like essence of God. So it's not like a part. It's it is still God. God is obviously he's like
Right? In essence
he's
is
an outward
one,
being.
not three.
We cannot concept what he is. He's all powerful. So being that all powerful being, he can he obviously created the spirit as like part of him. So it's still God.
Yeah, no,
And the Son is
Spirit
still God.
created, not part of
The
it.
same as when in John 10:30 it says, "I and the Father are one." Jesus is still God.
Yeah, but my brother,
yeah,
you
brother.
know what
Please
I'm
wait.
not getting here,
Let me
bro.
ask him something, brother. So you
Yeah,
said
go on,
that
my
the
brother.
spirit
Yeah.
was created by God, and the spirit is part of God, and Son is part of God. That is heretical. Christians do not believe that. That falls into modalism, and I and Father are one has nothing to do with Jesus being God. Honestly, I'm telling you. Yeah, now you can go ahead. And also, I want to say you're rejecting a lot of explicit statements from Jesus where he claims to only be a prophet of God by saying that God is the only true God.
What do you mean?
God is the only good. You have to follow and keep the commandments of Moses. God doesn't say follow the commandments of Moses. God's gonna say follow the commandments of mine.
So
So you have to keep all of those things into account. And also
so
you being orthodox, I want to say the reason you're not able to explain it is because Jesus is not God. Have you ever heard of the early church father
okay,
Justin
so
Martyr? He considered Jesus
to
as
answer
second
that,
God.
I will humbly say now I'm not a scholar. I'm here to when I do talk with people who follow Islam, I'm here to learn as well. I am not, and I will admit if I am wrong, I am not as knowledgeable as many other people are. I do not come from a religious family. My whole family are very, very strong atheists, and I have only been Orthodox for about 9-10 months. So I am still relatively new. The Trinity that
Sure,
I
so
was
we
kind
can
of
expand.
taught is three divine figures as one.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm not going to go into background of whether you were a Christian before or not, or if your ancestors were. I just want to tell you, brother, this is a 300 period time where the Christianity was formed and formulated. That's why you would see a lot of early church fathers.
The early
There
church fathers. So
were
yeah, as
ecumenical
Orthodox, we
councils,
practice the teachings
and
from the
from
early
the
church
time of
fathers.
death of Jesus all the way to 325. That's when they formulated what Christ is, and there were terms used which you might
No,
not know:
I wouldn't be able
arche
to, and
and
I'm happy to admit that.
homoousios, and
I'm not as
same
knowledgeable as
essence
I'd like
but
to be, and I'm
different
still learning quite a lot.
persons. all these things, you don't want to get into that. I would invite you to come to Islam, look for chapter 112 of Qur'an, and it's very easy. You don't want to go into the controversy which Arius presented for Arians in the ecumenical council. There was canon, the laws were formed, 20 of them. There was a representation of Constantine Emperor Hosius of Cordoba. There are a lot of things which you don't want to get into, because the more you get into it, the more it's gonna get confusing for you. And there are a lot of things which early church, early fishermen, disciples of Jesus would not have gotten. It's a very highly philosophical religion, and it's basically inspired by Greco-Roman gods. That's why they have sons of God, and all those things mixed into modern day Christianity. And a lot of things, this religion is not, you don't practice anything. It's just drinking and accepting that someone died for your sins, so you are sin, you're gonna be sin.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما